How's it going, YouTube? Hi, Drax, and in today's video we're going to be doing a tier list based on the Legends Unlimited units and the Ultra units currently available in Dragon Ball Legends. As you can see, we have them laid out in front of us right here. But before we start doing and ranking our Legends Unlimited units and the Ultras, there are quite a few units on here that are placeholders for current units in the game, such as Android 18 being a placeholder for the current tag unit Android 17 and 18. Their assets have not been added. The same can be said for the Scouter Vegeta, Ultra Mega Senron, the Ultra Summonable Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie, and then the Summonable Ultra Kaioken Goku from the TOP. All of these guys have placeholders being their sparking counterparts, which are these guys right here. The rest of the units here are in order of their release, so as you can see they are in order, and we will be ranking them, or we'll be starting to rank them from order, so they will be as accurate as possible given current meta standards and how they fit in the game. But let's start off with Beerus. Beerus is definitely B tier. He's actually really bad. I was actually just thinking recently that if they could re-Zenkai a unit, this guy would probably be one of those units they could re-Zenkai, because being the first LF Zenkai was really a test to see what they could do with the game and this new mechanic that they had at the time. So yeah, he's really bad. He has a platinum equip that's awakened, so there's not really much they can do for him anymore, other than maybe giving that Red Whis a Zenkai that makes him absolutely cracked. But yeah, I don't really know what they can do to make him better. FSK Gohan, second unit to release, probably the most hype Legends Limited unit that they could ever release. Definitely an S tier unit. He's not Z tier anymore because of obvious reasons. There are a lot of units in the game that counter hybrids, and a lot of units that counter the red characters, and a lot of characters that remove buffs one way or another via main ability, ultimate, green card, you name it. So he does not have that viability anymore, but he is still very good on his teams. Doesn't mean he's bad, it's just that he's not as good as he once was. He's still the premier red unit in terms of hybrids and Son family, so he does have some place in those teams. Goten is definitely going to be an A tier unit. Very good. Just you don't see enough of him in the game. Even if you do see him in the game, he's usually just a Zenkai buffer for the revival Gohan that exists now. But yeah, he's definitely A tier. He's definitely not on the same tier as FSK Gohan, but he's pretty close, and he does do a good job at supporting the hybrid team and the movie saga team if you are running him on that setup. Let's go ahead with the Super Vegito. Super Vegito is definitely going to be S tier again. When I'm ranking these units, they're not necessarily ranked in who's the best in each tier. They're just going to be sitting around the each tier because they're all generally around the same. But Super Vegito is definitely a strong unit. At 14 stars, he does have very good survivability. He also has quite a good ability to remove buffs upon main ability. He heals, he does a lot of good things, as you all know, and then obviously card draw speed. The best purple unit for the fusion team, and probably will be for a little bit of time until we get an ultra purple unit. So yeah, it's good to see him still kicking around. Namegoku, definitely A tier, fallen off quite a bit, honestly. You don't really see this guy at all in the game anymore. I mean, he did see a little bit of resurgence recently, before the Golden Frieza dropped the Angel Golden Frieza, because he was doing extra damage against Lineage of Evil with his Platinum equip. So a few people here and there were using him, but his ability to actually compete these days is actually quite poor. A lot of LOE just takes advantage of this guy and absolutely shreds him. So even if you do see this guy, he's usually just a Zenkai buffer because he buffs Blue Saiyans, and the Z ability himself gives Saiyans a huge boost to double offenses. So he's good, but definitely not as like the dominant power that he once was with his counter card, but he's still not that bad. Super Saiyan 3, yeah, I'm actually going to put Super Saiyan 3 in A tier, honestly. He's actually fallen off quite a bit. He was really good upon release when he got his Zenkai. So yeah, it's really sad to see that Super Saiyan 3 has been demoted to such a poor tier in terms of how strong he is. You don't see this guy at all in the game. Even if you do, he's buffing the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or maybe another Saiyan on the team. It's kind of unfortunate actually, but kind of makes sense. But they still have options with this guy. He does not have a Awakened equip, I believe, that gives him a lot of the extra damages and stuff. So if they want to bring him back, they can do that, but he is going to be A tier for now. This Vegeta, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, is definitely going to be a S tier unit. He's very, very strong, a very strong melee type character. The lock-in is obviously very clutch in a lot of situations and guarantees a kill a lot of the time. He does fall prey to having no endurance null, so that's why he's going to be S tier for now. But other than that, he's probably one of the most prominent green units right now, I believe. I don't believe there's any other really strong green units running around. I believe other than the new EX Trunks and Gohan. Piccolo is going to be A tier. He's a good defensive type, but regen itself hasn't seen many buffs, so he's going to be sitting in A tier for now. He does have some good mechanics, a lot of good stuff. He tanks very well, but yeah, he just doesn't have enough right now. Same can be said for Frieza. Frieza is definitely A tier, even though he's a very good support unit. His Zenkai just didn't double down on him being defensive and went more offensive on him, so he just falls prey to doing not enough damage and then taking too much damage. Even now when you play a lot of the high rank Ninja Evil teams, you don't even see this guy on the bench anymore, because they would rather have and prioritize the 3 main and the 3 strongest units as opposed to having this guy on the team. So yeah. Vegeta Blue is definitely B tier for me. He has some potential in terms of him getting a Zenkai, but right now he's very, very bad. He doesn't do very much damage. Hopefully that will change in the future, because Vegeta Blue is a very, very strong and very well liked character in the series. So seeing him return is going to be very, very nice. He does have some good stuff available for him. Majin Vegeta is also going to be B tier for me. He's very, very good actually. A lot of people just don't really use him. I would honestly say he can actually hang with the best of the best if they gave him, even if they gave him a mediocre Zenkai and just increased his stats. Honestly, he would actually just have enough pure damage from stats where he'd be really, really good, like S tier. But yeah, for now he's B tier, because obviously he's aged quite a bit. He released like just after Vegeta Blue, so it makes sense that he would be here. UI Goku is going to be C tier. He's just really bad. He has no defense. He doesn't do enough damage anymore. His only saving grace is his unique gauge, which a lot of people have figured out how to get around these days, because he's been around for that time. Obviously the first character to implement the unique gauge, so definitely got some stuff going for him. A lot of people are suspecting a Zenkai for the anniversary to coincide with a possible MUI Goku, but for now he's going to be sitting in C tier as the worst unit so far. I would also say Broly's on the same tier, C tier. He's not really that good at all. He's just really, really bad. Let's just create a new tier right here. Let's move this up. Add another tier. Let's make this D tier, because I do believe that Broly is definitely better than is definitely better than UI Goku. He does have some very good stuff, such as increased damage. He has a lot of access to a lot of the Zenkai buffs with the Blue Saiyans and the Blue movies. I think you can get 5 times Zenkai buff, so he does have some good stuff there. He is better than this UI Goku, so yeah, I would actually put him in C tier. Same can be said for Gogeta. Unfortunately, Gogeta is just really, really bad. I mean, you could obviously make the argument that he's B tier, which honestly he is better than Broly, so I might as well just leave him here in B tier. So he has fallen off quite a bit. He did see a resurgence recently with before Ultra Kaioken Goku, because he was probably one of the better Yellow God Key. I mean, Evolution Blue was there, but this guy was better in a sense because of the cover change nullification. Yeah, but now he just doesn't tank very well, and he just doesn't do enough damage, so he's sitting in B tier. Future Gohan, I would say, is S tier. He's not Z tier anymore. He did see a little bit of resurgence in being very, very good, but he has a lot of counters now. The duo androids do make mincemeat out of him very, very easily. And then there are a lot of units that nullify endurance quite easily, such as Corrupted Zamasu. We got the who else is really relevant right now? You got Ultra Kaioken Goku, Gogeta, Ultra Gogeta. You got a lot of units that can just absolutely destroy this guy. Doesn't mean he's not good. He's still very, very good with his disruption, but he's just not Z tier anymore. Kid Buu is also going to be in B tier. He needs a platinum. He really needs a platinum. Honestly, this guy is so fun to use. He's just a menace when you get him going, but regen itself just doesn't have enough of anything anymore. They just don't have enough buffs, and giving this guy a platinum would work really well for him because he's really fun to use. Rose is also going to be in B tier. He's just decent. Honestly, his whole gimmick is to bleed you to lose HP. It means that you're going to be sitting back and drifting a lot because he doesn't tank very well. Obviously, there are a lot of strong yellows right now, so he's just not really good. He doesn't have a platinum. He falls in the same boat as Kid Buu. When he gets his Zenkai, he'll be really, really good because he does have Dragon Ball Destruction. But for now, he's just going to be B tier. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, very bad upon release actually. A lot of people hated him and dubbed him the worst LF unit in the game. That can't be said anymore actually. I've gone up against this guy quite a few times and he actually does put in work. Especially since now that he has basically a toned down version of the platinum that they gave the Gogeta SSJ4 from the anniversary. So he is going to be sitting in the A tier for now. He will see a little bit of a resurgence when GT gets buffs, because he is the best yellow on that team. People can argue that Majub is better, but this guy is, when it comes to damage, this guy is where you want to be at. Corrupted Zamasu is actually S tier right now. He has a Zenkai buff with powerful opponent being the Red Rose. He is waiting for his platinum equipment, which is strange to see. You can run this guy at high stars. This guy is really, really good. And on the future team right now with the future Gohan, Cell, and then this Zamasu, that's a very, very strong lineup. Yeah, so just waiting for a platinum for him, and then he'll probably just jump into Z tier. Gogeta is also going to be S tier for now. He has his platinum, but he is falling away. He doesn't tank as well as he used to. Damage wise, he's still pretty decent because of his platinum. Actually, he's not even awakened, just his platinum equip. So yeah, he's pretty decent, not too bad, but yeah, he is going to be in the S tier for now. Revival Gohan, honestly, he's A tier for now. He probably be on the rise if they gave like. Actually, I don't even know what they can do for him. A lot of these teams now are targeting Son Family, Super Saiyans, and then hybrids. So before transformation, this guy is actually getting decimated quite easily. Even post-revival, he's just getting incinerated because of the yellow units available in the game. Yeah, so he's going to be sitting in A tier. Unfortunately, this guy was a Z tier contender for a very, very long time. Z plus even, so it's really unfortunate to see him sitting here. Full Power Frieza, I just feel Full Power Frieza is a Z tier. He's still Z tier. There's no two ways about it. He just does good damage, good support. He gets that sweet Restore Vanish on main. Obviously, Nullifying Endurance is quite big in the meta right now, so him having that is very good, like I said the last time. So he is going to be Z tier. He is a step above these units here. Honestly, yeah, he's actually really that good. He actually keeps LOE very, very strong right now, being the de facto best yellow on that team. Evolution Blue, honestly, is going to be A tier. He's not the best, but he's not the worst. I feel like he suffers from the plain and obvious fact that he doesn't have card draw speed. Give him that and he's probably S and maybe Z tier because he just gets a lot of damage at the low key level. So yeah, he's just really good at that level. Ape Vegeta, honestly, Ape Vegeta is B tier. Actually, maybe let's just make him A tier. I feel like he's on the same level as these guys, but maybe on the lower end of A tier because honestly, he just doesn't tank very well. His damage is mediocre as well. I've tried him at 14 stars. I did have that option to do that when I visited my friend. He did have him 14 stars and did try him out in PvP on a very substantially strong Saiyan team, and I did try him on a Vegeta clan team. Honestly, he's just not really that good enough to hang. Honestly, he needs a platinum himself. A lot of these units need platinums, but they are delaying that fact, which is quite unfortunate. So yeah, he's very, very decent. He can be very, very, very dangerous because of his AoE, and then obviously he does extra damage to blues. But the fact that a lot of units now just straight up nullify endurance mean that even if you get rushed and you lose the rush, he's just going to die straight away because he just has plain endurance. So yeah, he's definitely going to be A tier. Cell saw a very high resurgence. I always liked Cell. He was my favorite release last year when he dropped. Honestly, the most fun I've had with the LF unit that year. Obviously, I didn't pull the Goku and Vegeta, or well, I did have Trunks, but I never used him. So that year, this guy was probably the most fun unit and most interesting because he is the second unique gauge character. Legends Limited, he released in the same slot as UI Goku, but giving him his Platinum equip and then giving him that, actually just the Platinum equip, he just really needed that Platinum just to get his gauge up, because once he gets his gauge, he just really does a lot of damage, and a lot of people these days are just building him special move and ultimate damage so that they can snipe with his ultimate. So yeah, he's just really good. And then the trio of this Revival Gohan, you're gonna have the androids here, or even Corrupted Zamasu, and then Cell is just a really strong future team. So yeah, that's a very good place to put him now in Z tier. Sword of Hope Trunks, definitely S tier. He is going to be a little bit lower than usual because of the anti-endurance units running around. So yeah, he's decent, good, but not like super the best. Same can be said for Goku and Vegeta. They are both S tier. I don't care what anybody says. They're not A tier. They're not B tier. They're still really good. That 70% Vanish Restore is just absolutely ridiculous. So keeping them alive and well, plus you can reverse ailments, so, or type factors, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this guy's still really good. Bardock is just really nowhere, man. He's good as individual unit, but honestly, like I said, just having endurance these days is just not enough. He's good, but not the best, and honestly, he just doesn't do enough of anything anymore because he's yellow. He's getting shredded by a lot of these better red units that are running around, androids specifically. You don't even see Saiyans, so he's going to be sitting in A tier, maybe giving a Platinum equip or something that I don't know what they would do to give him and make him relevant again, but yeah. Jiren is honestly, I would actually put him high S tier, maybe Z tier. He's just really good and really annoying, actually. Fighting Jiren can be very dangerous on USS because of Ultra Kayak and Goku just supplying this man with green cards. So yeah, he's definitely going to be a high S tier, possibly Z tier. You can make a decision on where you want him because you can put him in either tier and he'll be fine. S tier is definitely where I'm going to put him because these two are definitely a little bit better than him in the long run. And then the most recent, I'd actually say the most recent Legends Limited is definitely going to be the androids. They're probably number 1 and Z plus tier for now. Obviously the boosts exist currently in the game where tier lists, obviously in PvP you get extra damage based on the units. This unit just released, so they are getting the Z tier boost, which is 20% to offenses, I think 15% to defenses, so they are doing extra damage. But the fact that these guys are red means they fulfill a very strong role. They're androids. They nullify endurance straight up like full power Frieza, and then they are a tag unit with the android 17. So they are going to be a very good unit overall in terms of what the game needed. So they are going to be Z plus tier for now. Obviously that'll change in future when they get more buffs, or if another unit comes out that directly counters this guy, or this girl I should say. So yeah, for now Z plus tier, so let's just leave her at that for now. Honestly, you can make the assumption and the call that she is Z tier or they are Z tier, but for now, at least in my opinion, they're definitely Z plus in terms of damage and what they do. Let's go with the ultras. There are only 5 ultras in the game right now, 3 free and then 2 summonable. Ultra Goku is actually really bad. He's actually B tier. Even with his platinum equip, he's just really bad. I wouldn't even use this guy on the Saiyan team if it wasn't literally my only red option, because I don't have this guy at super high stars. Yeah, he's not good at all. Honestly, you could actually make the argument that they could Zenkai this guy and make him really good, but let's just wait for that at a different point in time, because Zenkai Ultras are a nightmare. I do not want to think about. Honestly, Scott and Vegeta's in the same boat. Not good. You could only really run him on one team, and that's going to be Frieza Force, or the Frieza Saga, I should say, because he does have, well, his Ultra ability heavily relies on having a Frieza Saga battle members, so you want to be running him on a single team, which kind of sucks, even though he buffs Purple Saiyans. So you could have had the opportunity to buff Purple Saiyans and have him on the Saiyan team, but yeah, he's just not really good. Ultra Omega is actually A tier. I would actually really like this guy. He's really strong. Obviously GT needs some more buffs, but yeah, he's just really good. It's unfortunate though that he is red and a fusion character, because he does fall prey against the Ultra Gogeta if you are running up against him. So yeah, Ultra just having a little bit of bad typings here now, but other than that, he's just really good. Then you have the Ultra Gogeta. I'd actually put him in Z tier. He's not that good anymore. I mean, a lot of counters to him have been released. There are a lot of good options to get around him. And then obviously Kaioken Goku Ultra Kaioken is definitely going to be Z+. He's just really annoying. That strike seal is just the most obnoxious thing. You can literally not play the game when you have a full hand of strikes and you swap out of a character. Yeah, so very shit mechanic. They should have limited it to maybe 3 times, maybe even 5 times. I don't really know what they could have done there. And his unique gauge means he's getting Vanish back. Also means that he can stay out there for a very long time. And then he is the obvious character that allows for PVs and PV fishing, I should say, because he gets level 1 card draw speed upon dodging. We all know how bad this guy is, and he's really annoying. I believe this is a very comprehensive tier list of what the meta is like now and what people think of characters. There are going to be good ones, there are going to be bad ones. Obviously, UI Goku is in need of a Zenkai. Vegeta Blue, Broly. Actually, a lot of these units here, I would actually say Vegeta Blue, Majin Vegeta, this Broly, UI Goku, and Gogeta all need Zenkais. The rest of them only need Platinum equips and maybe some buffs here and there to their teams to make them really good. But yeah, this is pretty good in what I think the meta is reflecting right now and how good the units are in the current meta. Obviously the androids are going to be a lot better than usual. I would actually probably put them Z tier because obviously Lineage of Evil just takes a huge shit on them based on typings actually. But anyways guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think of my tier list, whether it's a comprehensive tier list. Do you think it's fair and factual to have these characters in the same tiers, or are they just really bad? And honestly, is this a bad tier list? Do you think I could have done stuff better here? Do you think there are certain units that could have been high on the tier list? Just let me know in the comment section down below. My name is Hydrax. I'll catch you in the next one.